formula for finding the circumference of a circle. Okay, Pamela, ¿cuál es la fórmula? What's the formula for circumference of a circle? C equals pi what? C equals pi times diameter. So what you're going to draw is this right here. You're going to draw a circle.
How come the R part doesn't work with me?
And you're going to draw a line. A line from one side to the other side, passing through the center. So when they give you diameter, it should be looking like this. But what if they give you radius? What if they give you radius? What's radius, guys? Do you remember what radius is?
Oh, half of the diameter.
Half of the diameter. That's why the formula for radius is 2 times r times diameter. Because the diameter is 2 times the r. So, over here, we're going to draw another circle where we're only going to draw the radius. Okay? So another circle where we only draw the radius. So if they give you the radius, this is the formula you're going to use. If they give you diameter, this is the formula you're going to use. And they are both formulas for finding circumference. It's still the same thing. You will still get the same answer. Radius and diameter. If you already did that, if you already drew both circles, if you already did both circles and you wrote what Fabiana wrote, put it back in the sheet protector, please. If you already wrote what Fabiana wrote on the paper, si ya escribieron lo que escribió mi compañera de trabajo, put it back in the sheet protector, please. Okay? Okay? Oh, you can't see it? Let's zoom it. There we go.
Where?
Right there. You guys ready? Okay, well, we're going to go back to the paper where we were. You ready?
What do we do after?
¿Listos? Ready?
There.
There we go. Thank you, Lisa. Now, we did this one already, correct? Finding the circumference of the circle to the nearest 100. What is the formula that we use to find the circumference? ¿Cuál es la fórmula que usamos? What's the formula that we used? What are we trying to find? The what? That's the formula, but what are we trying to find?
The circumference.
Circumference. This is to find the circumference. And what's the formula, Camila? Okay, you just said it.
Yeah.
Pi d. Now, what does pi represent?
It's 34.250. 34.50.
3.14. And what's the diameter in this problem? When we multiply 3.14 times 11, what do we get? What was our answer? 34 point what?
Yes. 34.54.
Centimeters. So, this, it represents the diameter. El diámetro se dice en español. When you multiply it, you get circumference equals 34.54. That's what we already have. Now, the reason I went over the radius formula is because there's also going to be problems where they give you radius. They don't give you the diameter. So if they give you radius, I don't know why I'm saying it wrong. If they give you radius, you're going to use the other formula that's right next to it on that formula's chart. Finding circumference using radius. Since the diameter of a circle is the same as 2 times the radius, you can substitute 2r in the equation for 2d. Now, 2 times the radius, this represents diameter. This represents diameter. So, instead of writing d, we're going to write 2r because that's 2 times the radius equals diameter. So 2r equals d. That's the same thing. So 2 times r times pi. So we're going to substitute 2r for d. Use the commutative property. You can do it however you want. You can do it 2r and then multiply by pi, or first multiply the 2 with the pi. And I guarantee you guys, if you do this first, it's easier than doing this and then multiplying by 3.14. Because for 2r, you might get, let's say, 14. Don't write the 14, no escriban el 14. 14 times 3.14 is going to be a big number. But first, if you multiply 2 pi, you're going to get 6.28. That's not a big number. That's something you can handle. So if you do it this way first, that would be better, guys. 2 pi r. The two equivalent formulas for circumference are C equals pi d or C equals 2 pi r. This is when they give you diameter. And this is when they give you radius. Es cuando te dan el diámetro y el radio. Creo que se dice. Creo. No estoy seguro, la verdad. Radio. Okay. Now example 2. An irrigation sprinkler waters a circular region with a radius of 14 feet. What's my radius, guys?
14 feet. 14.
Radius. What's my radius?
14 feet.
Radius is 14 feet. Okay. Now, what are we going to do here? What are we going to put? Instead of 2 pi r, what are we going to have?
14.
What are we going to put for the radius?
14.
14. That's all I'm asking for. What are we going to put for the radius? 14. Now, what I want you to do is, there's Wi-Fi again, right? That's what they said?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah? No?
There was no Wi-Fi.
No, I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so, sir. I don't think
A ver, Pamela, checa tu Chromebook, por favor. Now, if there's Wi-Fi, what I want you to do is I want you to check the multiplication.
She has a little Wi-Fi box that helps, and it only works with her.
Está bajando y subiendo.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Steffi, check.
If he doesn't know how to do it.
Diana, check your Chromebook, please. Okay.
So you want to check mine?
Is that?
You want to check mine?
Yes.
I don't charge my Chromebook. I'm sorry, sir. I charge mine next period.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, same.
That's how I do it.
Same.
Fine.
Now, listen to this, guys. Listen to this. What is pi? 3.14. 3.14, you could have multiplied it with 2. What do you get 3.14 times 2? If there's no Wi-Fi, guys, you're going to do the work.
There is.
No, we're going to do the work because I don't have time to ask again.
Okay.
Now, what's 4 times 2?
8.
Oh, it's the little box, remember. What's 4 times 2?
8.
8. What's 2 times 1? Point, what's 3 times 2? What's 3 times 2? 6. So it's 6.28 times 14. 14 times 6.28. It's bad there's no Wi-Fi because you're going to have to do the multiplication. Now 6.28 times 14. Okay? Go ahead and do it.
Sir, there's Wi-Fi. Okay, this is awesome. Sure.
It's a good thing we don't need it.
Oh my God.
Hubiera estado más fácil.
You threw it at me. No, I didn't throw it. It was when it's on my eye. Wow.
Lo malo, ¿verdad? No, pero es tu box, bro.
There is in the bag. Sir, you're nothing on the box. I can check. I don't have a box.
¿No tienes box?
I don't have
No
a
te
box
preocupes.
and there's internet.
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Está bien. Bueno.
Yes, there is.
Ahora, what's 4 times 8?
8. 32.
4 times 8.
32.
The 2 goes here and the 3 goes here. What's 4 times 2?
8.
Plus 3?
11.
The 1 goes here, the 1 goes here. What's 6 times 4?
24.
Plus 1?
25.
25. How many decimal places do I have?
2.
2. So I have right here. Oh, no, not yet. Right? We're not done. Sorry. The 4, 1x means 1 0. What's 8 times 1?
8.
What's 2 times 1?
2.
What's 6 times 1?
6.
Okay. What is 2 plus 0?
2.
2 plus 0?
2.
2 plus 0.
2.
No.
Sir, I'm writing it down.
1 plus 8.
9.
What's 5 plus 2?
7.
What's 6 plus 2? 87.92. It's very close to 88. Okay, we were right. It would have been faster with a calculator, but oh well.
Yes.
Now,
Sir.
You rounded?
Sir.
Sir.
Monday.
This one.
I'm sorry?
My pencil room.
Okay, ahora, the circumference of the region watered by the sprinkler is about 88 feet. How do you find the circumference, guys? There's 2 formulas for it. Can someone tell me one of the formulas?
C equals pi d.
C equals pi. What's the other?
C equals 2 pi.
What's the other formula, Camila?
Wait, 22 over 7? Is that a formula for pi?
For finding circumference.
Yeah, 22 over 7.
Okay, that's 3.14. I love that. 22 over 7 is 3.14. That's fine. But what I'm asking is, what's the formula for finding the circumference? Is C equals pi d. You can check your formula chart. It's right there.
Okay, 3.14.
What's the other formula?
3.14.
Not that. What's the formula?
Equals 2 pi.
2 pi r. Multiplying 2r with pi. That's the other formula. Now, when is it logical to use 22 over 7 instead of 3.14 for pi? Well, I'm going to tell you this. Don't worry. It is logical to use 22 over 7 instead of pi when we are multiplying by a multiple of 7. The 7 family.
Should I get you them out?
Yeah, I will. When we are multiplying by a multiple of 7. The 7 family. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to find the circumference for the one in the bottom right there. Find the circumference of the circle. What is the radius that they gave you? What's the radius? Anyone care to take a guess? What's that right there? Alejandro? What's that? Maria Jose, what's the radius? 21.
It shows centimeters at the half
So
circle.
find the circumference, all right? You can use whatever formula you want.
Oh.
But if they're giving you the radius, what formula are we going to use?
Isn't it technically measuring with the half of the circle?
That's exactly it. It's half of the distance from one side to side. So what formula are we going to use, guys? Check your formula chart. You're gonna use it every day. So I think you would be benefited if you get used to it. What formula are we gonna use for finding the circumference? I can wait, you guys. Don't worry. Sorry? No, that's pi. What's the formula? I'm sorry? The formula we're going to use is C equals, 2 pi r. That's the formula that we're going to use, guys. Now, go ahead and do it. With a calculator, it would be more easy, but oh well.
That's why calculators don't involve internet.
I'm sorry?
Calculators don't involve internet.
Calculator what? I'm sorry.
Don't involve internet.
We gotta search them up
But we have.
No, the
manual
Chromebook
calculators
has one
that don't need
installed.
internet. Sorry, I got my answer. Yeah, I got it.
If you want to use the calculator, you can.
What's the calculator?
Or do the work. And your Chrome.
Oh. We have internet.
I'm sorry?
We have internet, we can do it.
Well, that's why I'm saying you can use the calculator if you want, or do the work. But actually, do it.
Oh, you're using
2 pi r.
Sir,
Yeah.
is it true that math is the opposite of common sense?
I'm sorry?
Is it true that math is the opposite of like
No.
common sense?
Math is common.
But how? Like,
There's a million ways to solve a problem. Even if you were never taught the topic. you can
Sir,
try to
it
solve
changed by itself. Oh, there we go.
Now, what are we doing right here, guys? What operation is going on? What are we doing? ¿Qué estamos haciendo?
pi.
What are we doing?
Dividing, multiply, dividing.
Multiply.
Okay, yeah.
When we don't see any addition symbols, any subtraction symbols, or any division symbols, That means we're multiplying. Now, what are we gonna multiply by? What do I have? I'm sorry? Well, 2 times what? What's pi? Okay, so instead of this, I'm gonna write what the numbers actually are. And what about radius? What is it? 21. Nothing. I can't do anything more than this. Multiply 2. No. Te faltó el 2. 2 pi r. Sí. Con el 2. There we go. C equals 2 times pi times 21. Go ahead and multiply those. And what you get is your answer. Just multiply.
I got my answer.
You found it?
Wait, can you re-explain that?
But did you do it actually or with a calculator? It's fine.
It's here. See my work.
Okay. You did your work.
I did a while back.
Oh, okay. Well, that's better, right? Maybe it's good. Well, you must- I know, sir. Good. You multiply? That's what you got? Okay, let me check. Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's just it.
You got a different answer. I don't know. Let me check.
I put
There, what do we do?
A ver. If you guys do not have a calculator,
Alright, I can go down.
if you guys do not have a calculator, let's go ahead and check it. Ahora,
Okay, I got my answer.
what are we multiplying, guys, again, please? I don't have the screen.
What'd you get?
2.
2 times what?
3.14 pi. I put 11.
Time, am I clicking it?
Yes. So you click it twice. Yes, yes.
A ver, Fabián, ayúdame, por favor. 2 times